Hi there folks. In this video I'm going to show you how to install the software on your computer that is needed to complete the advanced higher in computing. This is going to focus in on PHP today, but we will install the database, although in a later video I'll look into setting up the database in more detail. The first software we're going to need is called XAMPP or CHAMP. People pronounce it differently. I'm going to go with XAMPP, I think. So we're going to go to the website called apachefriends.org. XAMPP will allow you to install a web server, the database and the PHP environment onto your computer in one go. So let's just download XAMPP for Windows. Is it coming down now? Then go to eclipse.org. So Eclipse is an IDE for developing your code in PHP, HTML, and we'll be able to do some of that SQL in here as well. So let's download that as well. We need to scroll down, find the 64-bit download and click it there. That's it coming down now as well. Okay, they've both downloaded, so we now need to go to our downloads folder and install from there. Now it's always a good idea at this point on your own computers to virus check these just for safety's sake. Now I've done that already, so let's just install CHAMP first of all. You may at this point be asked to enter an admin username if your account isn't an admin account, or you may be asked for permission to run. That actually crashes out the software I'm using to record this video, so I've just had to pause whilst I did that. Now that we're running again, the CHAMP is asking me if I want to continue the installation. It's spotted that I have an antivirus software. That won't cause any problems and we can safely say yes. And also because of the access control, it also worries about that, but you can leave all of that alone. Click OK, and now we can install CHAMP. And in here we don't need most of this. If we installed all of these, it would slow your computer down and it would take up more space than's needed. All we actually need is Apache, MySQL, which is actually the Maria database. MariaDB is a fork of MySQL which was made when MySQL was purchased by Oracle and people wanted to protect it from being over commercialized. And we also will need the PHP MyAdmin, which will allow us to configure the MySQL server. We'll look at those in a later video. For today it's just sufficient to install them. So we need to untick all of these here because we don't need any of them and click next. It's fine to install it into that folder there, and English obviously for us. And then we can click next and let it install. Okay, it's finished installing, so we want to launch its control panel. The next time you run, you'll have to start this up. So the next time you log in, you'll have to launch the CHAMP control panel and start the services up. We can do that today straight off. So all we need today is the Apache module working. Apache is a web server, so it will host your PHP code. Fine, we don't need the MySQL today. So let's just start that. Let's just check that it's running. Let's just go open up a new tab and we'll go to http://localhost. In there you can see that your server is successfully running. Now the next piece of software that we need to install is Eclipse. So let's just launch on Eclipse. If you have Eclipse already installed, you can add the PHP and web development into your existing one. You will have to look at installing new software. But you can also have multiple versions of Eclipse sat side by side. So that's the route we're going to go with in this video. So we're going to choose the Eclipse IDE for PHP developers, because that's going to cover most things that we want. We're going to take the default locations and make sure it's pointing at a sensible Java version. If you haven't got Java installed and nothing comes up in there, you will have to download Java from, I think you can get it from Oracle for Windows. It's the best version. Let's click install. Brilliant, that's all downloaded and installed, so we can now launch it. And we'll take the default workspace and let's just click, don't ask about this again, then it'll just get rid of this annoying dialog. Okay, now that's all working there fine. In the next video, I'll show you how to finish off testing that everything's worked, and we'll do a bit of final setup. See you then.